Congratulations. You are probably wondering why we're clapping.
Because it's season 2 time.
Yes.
Of Listen Up.
Wow, congratulations. We made it past season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
20 episodes later.
Here we are. We're still here. Isn't that wonderful?
With himself, Faris Khalid.
And myself, Asad Hashim Ali.
Yeah.
No, that's the other way around. He's Asad. I'm Faris.
And this is Listen Up.
Yes.
Let's get
Welcome.
into it. Let's
Okay.
get into it. So
Let's get
firstly,
into it
for all
indeed.
those who are tuning in for the very first time,
Yeah.
what is Listen Up, Faris?
It's a podcast. So you shouldn't be watching this, but you are. Wait, is that right?
Yeah, you
What is
actually,
that?
this is supposed to be audio content.
It is audio content, yet there's visual. Eye candy. Lucky you. Modest too.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, Listen Up is for all the teenagers out there, and we try to touch topics which are relevant to you guys. Those topics could range from understanding the difference between collaborating versus competing, or understanding how to interact with people, maybe also understanding how different, what your career path might be.
Also, we feature students at Cedar College, so we get a little perspective from them as
Exactly,
to how,
exactly.
you must have seen in season 1, we had some students featured.
Yep.
And we like to talk about their experiences, and they can share some of their insight with you.
And ideas which you just guys would like, which you would like to share
Yep.
in general.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. And this season, we're actually going to change things up. So we will be releasing an episode every other Monday. So that means एक हफ्ता छोड़ के दूसरे हफ्ते पे हम release करेंगे. Or with that, we'll have guests from outside. So we'll have some influencers, some people who are at the top of their field from different areas. So those could be creators on YouTube to people who are maybe entrepreneurs, or even people who are working at like Facebook or Google and so on and so forth.
Why are we doing that? What is the benefit to the students?
To give insight.
There you
to
go.
give insight.
Because it's always great to listen to what people in the field have to say.
Exactly.
'Cause they'll share so much insight about stuff that you do not know yet because
Exactly.
you don't work, you're just a student.
Exactly. You'll get a break from us.
Yeah, and that'll be great. Sometimes I want a break from myself.
Yeah. And also what's going to be different about season 2 is that we'll have more students come in. So you'll see less of Faris and myself, but there'll actually be a third person on almost every episode if possible.
That'll be fun.
That should be fun.
I'm looking forward to
But yeah, today's topic, let's kick off season 2 with a back to school kind of a talk.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, many of you guys are going from O levels to AS, from AS to A2, then from A2 to university.
Yeah.
Some are taking a gap year as well. And that's perfectly all right. All of those are cool, and they all have different transitions going on throughout. From O levels, from the top of my head, I don't know how it was back in your day, but
I don't remember either, so long ago.
yeah, get you some medicine, make you remember.
Memory pills.
Memory pills. But back in O levels, you will realize, and at my time, it was like, hey, you are changing schools, so there'll be a lot of new faces coming in. You'll meet some of those people from tuitions and from your old school and from just like mutual friends and gatherings, but there'll be a lot of new faces. There'll be a whole new school altogether, a new system to adjust to, a new timetable to adjust to, and then also you see a lot of opportunities coming your way. Opportunities could be in the form of extracurriculars, in the form of courses. So whether you're coming to Cedar, you're going anywhere else, what you will find are 3 things which are similar: a new timetable, a new lot of faces, and a lot of extracurriculars. 3 things.
So that's social, professional, academic.
Sir.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. It can be intimidating, but I don't think you should be intimidated.
Not
I
at
think at least at Cedar we try and make it as welcoming and comfortable as possible.
When you enter school, we will be singing Hakuna Matata.
Yeah,
for
that's
you
a great song.
While you enter. It means no worries
It doesn't.
for
It
the
does.
rest of our days.
Yeah, because that's what your mantra should be for the next 2 years. No worries.
Yeah.
Unless obviously you're not studying, and then that becomes an issue.
Yeah.
But for those of you who do plan to study, well, then I think life will be a lot easier.
And it's going to be different. So just in terms of studying, what we'll be doing is that you will be exposed to, as I said, extracurriculars, but you'll be exposed to courses which go beyond the academics.
Yes,
Yeah, which you're conducting actually.
I think I am.
I think so too. Memo mein to yahi aaya tha.
Yeah, like Cedar is known for its core program. And so this year as well, we'll be offering the students short courses. And workshops and guest speakers coming in. The idea is to expose the students to things outside the realm of whatever it is that they're studying.
Right.
So if you're a science student, we'd encourage you to take some humanities-based workshops or short courses, simply because it'll give you a more well-rounded view of things around, and it'll give you exposure to things that you probably wouldn't generally know of, because it's not your immediate area of interest. But we offer it to the students to say that, hey, there's no harm in doing a short course on philosophy.
Yeah.
You're a science student, you're studying biochemistry, physics, but this is great. It's given you an insight, or study filmmaking, or perhaps take a theater workshop or music, or anything like that. And even the business students, you end up doing things that are... See, I'll just connect with what you said earlier. The academic program is so different, because when you're O-levels, you had like about 12, 13 different subjects.
Yeah.
But here it's all condensed and focused. It's all like a specialized 2 years in like 3 subjects, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't get to do too much outside academically. So this is your opportunity to get that exposure beyond your academic
exactly, and everyone finds it. Even I'm pretty sure when you were doing your O-levels, you found some loopholes here or there in the syllabus and the curriculum.
I passed.
I'm talking to them.
Oh, right.
Them, yeah.
Right.
What,
people.
yeah.
The people.
But I'm saying, like, you might have found some loopholes here or there, saying that I wish I also had this, I wish I also had that, I wish I learned more about communications, I wish I learned more about leadership
I wish
and
I was
teamwork.
a little bit taller.
Yeah.
I wish I was a baller. I've
Yeah.
heard that song.
Yeah, okay, I haven't. That rhyme. So, so that's what we're trying to do. So that's what FARS is primarily trying to do, is that by filling in those loopholes, by filling in those gaps, that are actually going to help you later on after A-levels. And also in A-level. So like you'll be coming across a course on personal finances, on communication, on mindfulness, on team building. Mindfulness is actually happening right now, right?
Yeah, in the summer we've got a few, even presentation skills and professional development. Like Hamza Jami is doing this great series of workshops on CV building, your LinkedIn profile, interview skills. These are really important things. And also, it's good for your universities to know that you've taken these courses, but more importantly, it's great for you to take these courses. So when you leave Cedar and you graduate, you've got these additional skills that will give you an edge over the other students. Because things are becoming so competitive now, you can't just know one thing or two things. It's better to know a few other things on the periphery as well.
But I do want to highlight, actually, what you should be wary of while you are in A-levels. The first thing is that you are an adult now.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake, there's not going to be anyone there to slap you on the wrist and to fix that mistake for you. You have to take ownership and accountability of your own actions now. If you are late to school, that's not on the driver, on the transportation mode that you're using. That's on you. If you woke up late, that's on you.
Yeah.
If you woke up at 7:30, literally 3 months ago for school, you can wake up at 7:30 to get here at an 8 a.m. class.
If you didn't pack your lunch, like some people do, then you can just take responsibility for that.
Yeah, all of that. Your grades are dropping, it's on you. Right? At Cedar, you know that you are exposed to some of the finest teachers, but then with that, you have the tutorial program. You need to step up and acknowledge that you need extra help. Right? Whether or not you go for tuitions, but you need to take accountability for your grades. At the end of the day, your grades are what matter and are going to help you get into university.
And I think that's a really important thing in your personal development, because you'll realize in life that, it really, you need to take more control of things and the way they are. It's so much easier to like punt responsibility off to somebody else and, oh, my mother didn't wake me up, she's my alarm clock. Oh, my father didn't drop me here, or, my sister
my mama didn't make parathas for me in the
or,
morning.
Or my Khansama didn't make my breakfast, that's why I'm not operating. I mean, these are all excuses that hold no water.
Exactly.
I mean, if you really want to get the best out of your life, sorry,
I didn't know excuses could hold water.
they can, like, that's an excuse. It's a mug with hot water, no doubt.
Oh, wow.
That's true. Well, now you learned something right here, season 2. Lincoln, thanks for interrupting me. What was I saying?
You talking about water.
Yeah. So about water. So if you want to genuinely take an interest in things, you will take responsibility. You will not like claim, oh, my teacher did not explain something properly. Then go up to your teacher and ask him to explain it to you again. Yeah. If you're having trouble with something, you should be taking ownership, because it falls on you. Because when you go to uni and get a job and start living independently, hopefully, these are things that you will have to rely on yourself. Wow. Yeah, profound words.
You will rely on yourself.
Yeah, you should rely on yourself.
Yeah. And with that being said, when it comes to when you're going from AS into A2, for all those students who are in A2 now, you already know what the A-level system is like. You know that you are privy to a lot of extracurricular activities. You can enter a lot to bump up your transcripts, to bump up your resume as well. That always helps. But remember that be good at a few. Be great at a few. There's no need to pick up 10 different extracurricular activities just for the sake of it being on your resume if you haven't done anything for it. Right? Again, it's about spotting your interest. If your interest is in music,
Oh, yeah.
right? Enter C Sharp, the music society, and try and collaborate with any other society that requires a musical performance as well in that. Or even if there's like the filmmaker society requires some background vocals or something, contribute to that. But there's no point in you filling up your resume with just for the name.
Yeah, I would
of
like
that
to
society.
reiterate that please do not join a society for the sake of it because it'll look great on your university transcripts. If you've done nothing for the society, then really I don't think it's fair to get
Yeah.
or expect a certificate saying that you've been part of the society.
Exactly.
So be very, very mindful of your responsibilities when you join a society.
Right.
When you sign up, you've got certain obligations you need to fulfill, and that's what your core
Your
focus
attendance
should be.
in that extracurricular is one of
So
them.
don't sign up for 5 different societies when you know realistically between your academics and your university applications and your personal life and your socializing and things, you can realistically just be a part of 2.
Exactly.
Just be a part of 2. You don't have to be a part of all of them.
Exactly. Now, but other than that, you also now have to maybe determine whether you should give your SAT or not. Right? You have to sort out your university list. You have
Yeah.
to sort out you need to make a timeline for yourself as to which university's deadline is when. And then work accordingly. I need to finish my youth gas application by this date and submit the personal statement by this date, and then give in the transcripts. If you're applying to Oxbridge or if you're applying to the Ivy Leagues, those have a faster a timeline.
Yeah.
So you gotta be really quick. Around mid-October, if I'm not wrong, is when the Oxbridge deadline is over.
Yeah.
So literally school starts, and before you know it, you gotta be in it to make your resume, to make your personal statement, to make your common app essay, and then to work with all those elements all together.
It's a really tough time because I mean you want to do so much and at the same time you have an obligation to be doing things that are going to help your academic and professional career. So
My suggestion would be, the moment you come to school, fine, you have your 1 week of like, if you could call it a honeymoon period where you're just adjusting and you're getting used to
Yeah.
everything. But then get in touch with your counselors and student advisors.
Yeah.
And find out, like, make a calendar, like you said, a timeline, the main events that you need to work towards, your SATs, your tests, your exams and all of that. And then work all your other activities between those times.
Exactly.
So prioritize.
Prioritize.
Can we get graphics that say prioritize? Prioritize.
One. Okay, you have to
2.
clap on 3,
Okay.
right?
1, 2, 3. Prioritize.
And then it's gonna be
It's
over
gonna
here.
appear
It's gonna
right
be on the
here.
screen.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's
that's what we
prioritize.
need to do. It's prioritize. Yeah.
So prioritize, right? Other than that, also you need to keep your grades up,
Yeah.
because in A2 your grades, your midterm grades will still be going to the university. If I'm not wrong,
So don't slack off.
don't be slacking off now, right? In AS also maintain your grades throughout, right? If you're on a scholarship, again, you need to maintain your grades.
Yeah.
So balance, along with prioritizing your timeline and with prioritizing whatever is on top priority, you need to balance yourself off. Make sure that you're well-rounded altogether. Don't take up. It sounds very stressful and it sounds like we're pressurizing you, but I think what we're trying to say is that like balance yourself out. Be a well-rounded candidate rather than focusing too much on one element.
And by well-rounded, it doesn't mean just eating chips all day. You know, I mean, you have to be responsible.
You have to be responsible.
Which reminds me, we've got a great restaurant here at Cedar College. So
Yeah.
for all you AS students, A2 students, A1
This is
students.
becoming a marketing podcast.
It is.
Is it?
That's what I'm paid for. I don't know. You get paid?
No,
for
I'm
that?
meaningful and useful content.
Right.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So it does sound a little overwhelming because A levels is overwhelming. It's so much to do in 2
Yeah.
years. But like I said, we've got a wonderful support system here. And that is the objective of this episode.
Exactly.
Right, as well, to let you know, prepare yourself.
Prepare exactly.
You know, don't say we didn't warn you.
We're not talking
gonna get
about. We're
tough.
not just talking about the facilities over here. We're talking about for even the current students right now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to you guys who are going to university in just a second. But yeah, you were saying?
What?
No, but you're saying I don't know. You adding something? I cut you off.
Maybe.
No?
I'm so used to it.
I'm sorry.
Me off because
Can we not create a scene right now?
no. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about those students who are going to university now.
Yes.
Last point, actually, for those students in A2 that I want to make is that always communicate. Always communicate with the college counselors, with the student advisors, with your teachers as well. Make sure that you have a solid line of communication because, again, you need to get information from everybody. You need to make sure that we're all, that you manage to get to the best university that you possibly can.
Yeah.
Right? And that's your objective for A2. And then also you got to make sure that you stay friends. This is your last year with some of your closest friends as well. But
It's
then,
great
It's
for some.
great. But then don't let that hold you down.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean that don't get sidetracked from your priorities. focus, right?
Yes.
Should we talk about uni now?
Eyes on the prize. Yes.
So-
So exciting.
What are your
Going to
tips for those
university.
going to university?
Just, go to a good university. Because then,
Mummy daddy ka naam roshan karna.
yeah, no, I mean, it is also really overwhelming to pick a good university. There's also a lot of pressure. Some people want to pick a university because their friends think it's a great school to go to, but you have to. And I think our head of college counseling, Mr. Mustafa Arif, has told the students repeatedly, you should know the schools for each university.
Yeah.
Don't just go to say, oh, I want to study at Harvard, but you find out that the program you're going for is not as good as another school. So do
Yeah.
your research and trust your university, your college counselors as well.
Yeah.
Sit with them, meet with them very regularly. You've got Miss Mehreen Sheikh, who's a great resource here, will help the students, help all of you with your university applications, and who will also guide you with picking a good university. So
Yeah.
don't fall into the trap of applying to a university that really doesn't offer a great program because it sounds great socially, or put it on your bumper car,
Yeah.
on your
My kid went to McGill.
yeah, MC Gill.
MC
Why do you
Gill.
call it MC Gill though?
Then what should it be?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
a funny name.
But for those who are going to university, some things that you should be wary of. Number one, mom and dad are going to send you a fixed amount of money,
Yeah,
right? So manage your finances very well.
yeah.
All right. What I used to do was even whether if you're in Karachi, if you're in Lahore, or you're going abroad somewhere, always make sure that your finances are set. You have the number that your parents are sending you. Write down all of your expenses on a piece of paper, right? If you there's an app for it, but there's also something called a piece of paper which you can write on. Mazi ki baat ye hai. So you write down all
Oh,
of your
yeah.
expenses.
That's a good app.
And inflow minus outflow, that gives you your savings, and then you see how much money you should be putting aside for the next month. Maybe you have to cough up rent on your own. It's good if you find a job over there as well. Maybe you could go to a restaurant, start becoming a waiter, or maybe hit up your university and ask them for a job at the call center or for IT help and
Or as a
stuff like
barista,
that. As a barista, yeah, exactly.
making espressos, drinking the coffee. That's it. I'm
That's
done.
it. No biscotti.
No biscuits.
Okay, so you have all these different options to make money, but at the same time, you got to measure your money as well. Be wise with that. Other than that, you have to take care of yourself. So that means you got to cook, you got to clean,
And brush your teeth.
and brush your teeth.
Please brush your
and eat
teeth.
your vegetables.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be having McDonald's every other night. Don't be having Domino's for breakfast.
Hey! Don't knock on Domino's.
So don't be having Wendy's for breakfast. Don't be having Pizza Hut for lunch. All right, that is very exciting. And I'm quoting some mainstream brands, but at the same time,
Just eat healthy.
Eat
Is what he's
healthy.
trying to say. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
take
just-
care of your health.
Yeah.
At the end of the 4 years, I guarantee you, if you don't take care of your health, you will come back and that's the first thing you're going to complain about. It's like, I wish I took care of my health.
And then again, you'll tell your parents, oh, you have to pay for my medical bills. They're like, oh, you just went to university. Come on, why don't you get a job already? Where's the
Yeah.
return on investment on this one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to highlight also is that along with your physical health, take care of your mental health as well.
Yeah.
When you're going to university, it can be a very lonely time for you initially, especially if you're going to a new
Yeah.
city altogether.
People get homesick.
People get homesick.
Why? I don't
You
know,
might
but
start
they-
realizing that I have no connection to my homeland. If you're studying somewhere in Maastricht or something, you might be like, yaar, yahan pe to shaan masala bhi nahi milta hai. Right? Milta hai. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, every university actually now that I've come across has given each student 10 free counseling sessions
Ooh, nice.
per semester.
Free, huh?
Yeah.
Can you exchange them for anything else, like maybe food stamps?
Maybe, I think so. Like you get
That's a
nachos
great
one
deal.
day or something like that.
I like that.
But if you want someone to talk to, you're in a new city. Every school has a counselor in line, and those 10 sessions are there for you to use at any time given in that given semester. Some of them might actually distribute it across the whole year. They might give you like 50 sessions for the whole year, something like that. Call your university up, ask them, is this facility there? Because it's going to help you only. Right. In this, again, we've spoken about mental health in school a lot, and we had a whole department based around that. So always take care of your mental health as well. Remember, being positive can be very tricky when you're alone. Right. Sometimes you might need someone there to just knock your head in the right direction, and that person's given to you by the university. It's always good.
Yep.
Right. What are your tips
Good
for
support
university?
Again, it'll be a little trying time because it'll be so. It's really overwhelming because you're away from your family, so there's that element of independence,
Yeah.
and there's novelty in everything, so it's a new life. But again, you have to try and strike a balance between having fun and maintaining your grades, or at least doing what you're supposed to be doing over there. So it'll take a while, but you have to keep your eyes on the prize, and that is get through university.
Just don't give your parents an excuse to go like bigad gaya chokra.
Yeah, or to like cut you off completely and then never speak to you again.
Because that can happen.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're over that now.
But regardless, try new things, interact with different people.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. It really is. I mean, it's the start of a new phase in your life that is really, it really is wonderful. It's great that you'll be trying new things. You'll be getting out, learning new things, new experiences.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Makes me want to be young again. Younger.
And the best part is that in university, the game changes altogether.
Yeah.
Whether, for example, if your grades didn't pull through in A levels, but you worked really hard in university, I guarantee you, your hard work is what's going to pay off the most. The system is made for the students themselves. Like what I mean by that is, the relationship that you build with your professors, the grading, all of that is determined by your interaction with them.
Yeah.
Everything has an element. Your grade, your attendance contributes to your grade. Your thesis contributes to your grade. Your quizzes, everything contributes to your end grade. So again, put in that effort throughout.
Yeah, because if you don't study, then you're going to come back, your parents will get you married to your cousin, and you'll be living in the village somewhere just managing land.
Exactly.
You don't want to do that. Is that what you thought you'd end up doing? No.
And when you come back, you know what? Take that graduation picture with the hat.
Yeah.
And put it up in your room.
You can
so
pull
that when all these
out of
aunties
that
come
hat.
by, they'll be like, "Yeah,
What a wonderful.
rishta."
Yeah.
You never know. I'm being judged right now for saying that.
Why?
What? Was your graduation picture a rishta picture?
I don't think I took a picture of my graduation.
Same.
I just ran out screaming.
That's why we got no rishtas.
Yeah. It's okay.
But we got each
Loneliness is my friend. Right, okay. Not creepy at all. Oh, I just dropped my phone.
But, yeah.
I'm back.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm hungry. I'd like to eat lunch.
Okay, and I'd like some coffee. Great. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any comments, any feedback, any suggestions,
Constructive feedback.
If you think we need to up our charisma a little bit, let us know. Just comment below, shoot us an email, and yeah, if you have any suggestions for topics to come, let us know. We're always here for you guys, and we're here to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So yeah, see you guys in 2 weeks on a Monday. Bye bye.
Okay.